Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to beautiful Coral Seymour Memorial Park here in Kenai, Alaska, as the Chinooks take on the Kenai Peninsula Oilers in this second game of this five-game stretch here in Kenai. So as the pitcher warms up, I'll set the lineup for you. For the Chinooks, leading off is the shortstop, number 15, John Mark Mullins. Him and Will Batts will flip-flop in their usual positions, as Will Batts now bats second and plays his usual center field. Batting third is number 8, Joe Brazil, playing third base. In the cleanup spot is number 12, Hayden Keller, playing left. Batting fifth is number 17, Matt Magno, who is DHing tonight. Batting sixth is number 25, Colby Ferris, in right. Batting seventh is number 35, Josh Scheck at first base. Number 55 is Joe Keel, the catcher for the Chinooks. And rounding out the lineup is number 20, Cal Campbell, who is playing second tonight. So that first pitch to Mullins is outside for ball one as this game is underway. As that one misses downstairs for ball two. So the 2-0 pitch swung on and fouled back for strike one. So the count moves to 2-1. So before yesterday, the Shooks were on a 5-game win streak as that pitch misses high. But that win streak was snapped last night by the Oilers, who won in convincing fashion by a score of 6-0, as that one is fouled back and over the press box for strike two as the count moves full. So the Chinooks will look to get back on track tonight and get back on the win column as they try and gain some ground on the first place Miners, as that pitch misses upstairs and John Mark Mullins works a leadoff walk for the Chinooks here. So that'll bring up number 10, Will Batts, the center fielder, who is batting second today, which is a rarity. He's batted leadoff almost every time he's seen the lineup this year. So Coach Growth looking to mix it up a little bit as he flip-flops Mullins and Batts here to lead off the lineup, as that one is in for a called strike and the count is even at 1-1. So Mullen takes his lead at first. One pitch, just a bit inside as Will Batts kind of scoots back out of the way a little bit for ball two. So I see a comment there from old T. Lopes. Appreciate the support, Tyler, as that one is driven to left field for a base hit for Will Batts. So first and second here as the Chinooks look to start off hot. I wish you were here too, Tyler. It's kind of lonely in the box without you, but I'm enjoying it, and I've been able to hang out with some of the other guys, so it's been fun. But I'll certainly be glad to have you back. So that brings up Joe Brazil with runners on first and second and no outs, as that breaking ball misses outside. Not a bad pitch, but a bit outside for ball one. So with Mullins and bat speed, a well-placed single here could score one or even two runs, as that one is fouled straight back and off the post that hold the net up for strike one. So the 1-1 offering is in there on the inside corner for called strike 2. So Brazil down early here. As Mullins gets a lead at second and bats at first. 1-2. Breaking ball in there for swing and a miss, and Joe Brazil goes down on strikes. A great breaking ball there by Luke Yasinich, my apologies, the starting pitcher tonight for the Oilers. So that was certainly a theme of last night, the Chinooks striking out 14 times on the night. Majority of which were swinging strikes, so they'll look to change that outcome here tonight as that first pitch to the cleanup hitter, Hayden Keller, misses high for ball 1. So the 1-0 pitch as Mullins gets a lead, and that one is fouled back and out of play.
Foul ball brought to you by the Jonas Brothers.
So the count is even at 1-1 with 1 out here. And runners on first and second for the Chinooks. So 1-1 pitch swung on and fouled down the third base line and out of play for strike 2. So Keller down 1-2 here to Yasinich with only 1 out. As Mullins dances around at second base, Ground ball at second base. He flips to short and over to first for the double play. So the Oilers are able to work out of the leadoff walk and single from Mullins and Bats as they get out of it without any damage done. So the Chinooks will look to keep them where they at in the bottom of the first here. And we are back here in the bottom of the first inning as Brendan Argamanes takes the mound for the Chinooks. And he asked me to give his parents a little shout out on the stream here. So if you are watching, Mr. and Mrs. Argamanes, he just wanted to say thank you for the support. And I want to thank you for watching, as we really appreciate the support. So big shout out to Mr. and Mrs. Argamanes, as he is our starting pitcher for tonight. And I see your comment, Tyler. Yes, he did say the ball was brought to you by the Jonas Brothers. I'm not sure how their sponsorships work here, but I'm guessing it's not actually sponsored by the Jonas Brothers. Their announcer says some random things for the foul balls. As that brings up number 14, Cole Moore, for the Oilers to lead off in the bottom of the first here. as that one is swung on and missed. So a great pitch there to start off the game for Argamanes, as he has been struggling a bit recently. As that one is driven into left field, but Keller playing very shallow as he comes in to make the play for the first out of the inning. So as I was saying, Argamanes is struggling, not on the field, but struggling to stay on the field, as he has been sick a couple of times, and he tweaked a muscle while he was pitching, and so he's been sidelined for a while, but it's good to see him back out there, as that one is in for called strike one. The times that he has been out there, he's looked very good with sitting in the 90s, as that one's driven to the left center gap. Keller rounds, makes the throw in, and he's trying to stretch it to second. Oh, and a great throw there, but too much for Campbell to handle as he bobbles it, and Trevor Antonsen is in there with a leadoff hit.
From USC, second baseman number 7, Johnny Olmstead.
So probably would have been just a single there. Turns into 2 bases for Antonsen, as the throw just a little off the mark and too much for Cal Campbell to handle, and so he makes it into second base safely with only 1 out here. And that brings up number 7, John Olmstead, a second baseman for the Oilers, as that first offering from Argamanes misses upstairs for ball 1. So with only 1 out here, the Oilers have runners in scoring position looking to strike first in this one. That one is flown high into left field, but fairly shallow, as Keller settles under it and makes the catch for out number 2. So great job there from Argo to get some soft contact and get the second out of the inning here. So with 2 outs here, number 18, Garrett Pennington steps up for the Oilers, their left fielder, as Argo steps off to look back the runner at second. So with 2 outs here and a runner on second, Pennington steps up to the plate as that one is driven into right field. Colby Ferris going back, and he settles under it to make the play for out number 3. So Argo, a great job there to work out of the 1 out, hit that resulted in Antonsen getting to second base. So a good job there as the Chinooks look to get something going here in the top of the second. And we are back here in the top of the second inning as Matt Magno steps up to the plate for the Chinooks here. As he and Joe Keel go back and forth as that one is swung on a great breaking ball from Yasenich. So he and Joe Keel alternate catching duties as Joe Keel gets the nod tonight. So Magno will slide into the lineup as the designated hitter. There's another good breaking ball, but that one misses outside. And that one is tapped just in front of the plate. It's going to be a tough play. Yasenich is there. And he makes the play for the first out of the inning. So a great play from Yasenich there to range off of the mound and throw out Magno on what was somewhat of a swinging bunt there. So one down for the Chinooks here in the top of the second. And Mr. Sundine, yes, I certainly feel your frustrations with the stats. As that one is driven up the middle by Colby Ferris and off the glove of the shortstop, so that'll be a base hit for Colby Ferris. Great job there to get the one-out single from Colby Ferris.
Now batting first baseman number 35, Josh Scheck.
As that brings up the big first baseman for the Chinooks, number 35, Josh Scheck. But as I was saying, Mr. Sundine, yes, our stats website has been problematic, and a few of the games we've played, there have been some mishaps, to say the least, as that one is swung on and missed for strike one. But we're working to fix those as quickly as we can, and working with some of the other teams and working with the company who runs the stats here, as that one is driven right into the outstretched arm of the shortstop, and he fires back for a double play. So a great play there from the shortstop, Trevor Antonson, to snag the line drive from Josh Scheck and quickly fire over to first to double off Colby Ferris for the third out of the inning. So off of the stellar defense from the Oilers, Argomanes will look to get some good defense of his own in the bottom of the second here.
Leading off for the Oilers from the University of Kansas.
And we are back here in the bottom of the second inning as the center fielder, Dylan Ditzenberger, steps up to the plate for the Oilers. As that one is popped over and almost directly to Josh Scheck as he takes maybe a step or two over to his left and makes the play for the first out of the inning. So one pitch and one out for Argo there.
Number 29, John Hanley.
As he is looking sharp here. after coming back from a bout of sickness and injury that has really plagued him for a large chunk of this summer, but he is looking great here. So with one out, John Hanley steps up to the plate as that one is in there for called strike one. So the 1-0 pitch misses just inside for ball one. So the count is even now, 1-1. As that fastball, catches the outside corner for strike two. So Argo is certainly looking sharp here. As the 1-2 pitch is swung on and tapped up the middle. Mullins is there. He fires over to first, and a good stretch from Josh Scheck, as that is the second out of the inning.
Now batting from Loyola Marymount, right fielder number 19, Ben Grunberg.
So 2 quick outs from Argamanis here, as he is looking very sharp and working quickly. As that one is in there for called strike one to the right fielder, Ben Grunberg. So the 0-1 fouled straight back into the netting for strike two. So Argamana is really pounding the zone here. Certainly looks as though he's hitting his spots tonight and throwing a lot of strikes, as that breaking ball misses just downstairs as the throw from the catcher sails over the pitcher's head just a bit there. But the count moves to 1-2 to Grunberg. So the 1-2 pitch from Argo. Swung on, tapped up the middle, going to be a tough play. Mullins is there. He fires over, and he got him. What a play from Mullins, ranging over to his left. He snagged that ground ball and made a spin and gunned it over to Scheck at first base, and a phenomenal play. And that's just what we've been used to from John Mark Mullins at shortstop, as that is the third out of the inning. So the Chinooks will look to get something going here in the top of the third. And we are back here in the top of the third as Joe Keel, the catcher tonight, steps up to the plate for the Chinooks. The first pitch from Jasinic misses just outside for ball one. So the Chinooks offense here looking not too bad. They've got 2 hits and a walk already, but nothing to show for it as that one is fouled off, and it looks like it caught the umpire somewhere in the shin maybe, but he is not feeling good. That's to say the least. So the catcher goes out and talks to the pitcher and gives the umpire a minute here to kind of walk it off. As all of the umpires kind of meet at home plate here. Not sure where that one caught him, but a foul ball is quite painful from personal experience. There are certain areas, obviously, that hurt more than others, but you never want to catch one of those, and that's why they wear the gear, obviously. But it looks like he is all right, so we will get right back to it. As the count is even now to Joe Keel at 1-1. So the 1-1 from Yasinich is just outside. A good pitch there, but he missed it barely for ball 2. So Yasinich working quickly here. Joe Keel fouls a little dribbler over, and Troy Hervey comes out to make the play over by the Chinooks dugout there. So the count even again at 2-2. As that one drills Keel right in the shoulder, and he gives a little shrug and says, "I'm good," and takes his base. So the hit by pitch there from Keel to lead off the 3rd inning here. And the Chinooks have runners on for the 3rd inning in a row. And that'll bring up the second baseman, number 20, Cal Campbell, for the Chinooks, who's been playing well recently. As that one is dribbled over towards the shortstop. Going to be a tough play. Cal Campbell. And he beat it out. A great play from Antonson there, but not quick enough as Cal Campbell beats it out for an infield single. And once again, the Chinooks are in business here. As John Mark Mullins steps up to the plate now, with runners on first and second, and a good opportunity here to get something going for the Chinooks. As that one is fouled over the Chinooks dugout for strike 1. So Mullins walked in his first at bat and then was stranded at second base, as that breaking ball is downstairs for ball 1. So the Chinooks certainly with a few runners on base and a couple of good scoring opportunities so far, but not able to come away with anything. So at least not yet, as that one is outside, as the count moves to 2-1 to Mullins. So Mullins, one of the hottest hitters for the Chinooks this year, and that could be why he's jumped up to the leadoff spot tonight, as that one is in the dirt for ball 3. He's hitting around 315. 315 batting average for Mullins so far this year. So the highest average on the team at this point in the season. So 3-1 pitch, and Mullins draws another walk. So Mullins' second walk of the night loads the bases for the Chinooks here. as Will Batts comes up to the plate, and the Oilers pitching coach will trot out there and talk it over with his pitcher. Jasnich hasn't looked bad tonight, but struggled with command just a bit with 2 walks now and a hit by pitch and 3 singles given up through as many innings. So struggling just a bit is Jasnich. As Will Batts steps up to the plate with no outs and the bases loaded here for the Chinooks. As that one is swung on and missed by a big swing from Will Batts. Certainly looking to put something in the gap there and get some runs in, but nothing doing on the first pitch. As that one is dribbled down the first base line. And it looks like Patty McCormick is the first base coach tonight. Getting the day off, so he's over there at first. So that one is popped foul and over the Chinooks dugout, so the count remains at 0-2. Good job there from Will Batts to spoil that pitch and stay alive here with the bases loaded. So the 0-2 count here, Batts looking to at least drive something in the outfield here. As that one is swung on and missed. So a big strikeout there for Jasnich as he gets the first out.
Now batting number 8, Joe Brazil.
An important first out for the Oilers, as a double play now could potentially end this rally. But that brings up Joe Brazil here, the third baseman, the powerful righty out of Gardner-Webb, looking to bring some runs in with the bases loaded and only 1 out. As that one is in the dirt and it gets by the catcher, but Joe Keel wisely says no thank you as he stays at third base. So the 1-0 to Brazil as that one is swung on and missed for strike 1. So the count moves even at 1-1 with the bases loaded here. So the 1-1 pitch. Tapped foul and out of play for strike number 2. So Joe Brazil down 1-2 here, as he really needs something here. As if he goes down, that'll be 2 outs. As that one is fouled and off the catcher's glove, and he couldn't hold on to it. So Joe Brazil stays alive. A good job there to tap that one foul and stay alive in the at bat. So the count remains at 1-2 as Jasnich comes set and fires and outside, and it gets by the catcher. Joe Keel will come in, and Cal Campbell rounding third. He's coming in too. John Mark Mullins goes to third, so 2-run score on the wild pitch from Jasnich. That one got away from the catcher, Taylor Johnson, and bounced all the way over by the Chinooks dugout, and it took him a while to locate it. So Joe Keel comes in easily to score. Cal Campbell, all the way from second base, comes in to score. And John Mark Mullins moves over to third. So, 2 runs for the Chinooks there, as that was a huge play, as Joe Brazil with kind of a defensive swing there, trying to get out of the way. It looks like he started and then tried to dodge the pitch because it was high and inside, but it was too late as he had already started his swing, so he goes down on strikes. So that brings up Hayden Keller with as he flies that one out, and it's going to be trouble, and just foul down the third base line. That certainly would have been a hit and brought in another run if it had stayed fair, but just drifted foul. So strike one to Keller. So the 0-1 to Keller, as that one is swung on and fouled back and out of play over the press box here. So Keller down now 0-2. As that one is swung on and missed. So 3 straight strikeouts for Yasinich, but not before the damage is done for the Chinooks as they score 2 runs off of the wild pitch in the top of the third here. So getting a little run support for Argo as he is pitching very well tonight with no runs and only 1 hit through the first 2 innings. So Argo looking to keep the momentum in the Chinooks' favor in the bottom of third here. And we are back here in the top of the bottom of the third, as the catcher Taylor Johnson steps up to the plate for the Oilers as that first pitch misses outside for ball 1. And that one misses inside for ball 2. So Argo down 0-2 early here. So the 2-0 pitch in there for called strike 1. So a great bounce back pitch there from Argo. This count moves to 2-1. That one inside is low as the batter and the umpire kind of jump out of the way for the third ball of the at-bat. So a good hitter's count here for Johnson as the 3-1 pitch from Argo is upstairs for ball 4. So Johnson with a leadoff walk for the Oilers.
Designated hitter number 11, Owen Christie.
As that'll bring up the designated hitter hitting in the 9-hole tonight for the Oilers. And that is number 11, Owen Christie. And that one catches the outside corner for strike 1. A great pitch there to get ahead for Argo. Looked like a fastball on the outside corner to get ahead of Christie. As Christie squares to bunt, it is down and just foul. It looks like it bounced off his foot while he was still in the batter's box. So just a foul ball, as if he would have been out of the batter's box when it hit his foot, he would have been out on the play. But nevertheless, he was in the batter's box still, so just a foul ball as the count moves to 0-2. As Johnson gets his lead at first after the leadoff walk. So the 0-2 pitch to Christie, swung on and missed. So a great pitch there. Going 1-2-3 to get Christie on strikes. Good job from Argamanes, as he is looking very good in his first appearance back in quite a while. So that'll bring us back to the top of the lineup for the Oilers as the third baseman Cole Moore steps up to the plate. With Johnson getting a conservative lead over there at first base. As that one is popped high. Drifting over, and Mullins is over, and Brazil makes the play. A great play there, looking up a bit into the sun for the second out of the inning.
Now batting shortstop, number 24, Trevor Antonsen.
So 2 outs, a shortstop, Trevor Antonsen steps up to the plate, with the runner still on first for the Oilers. As he takes off. No, it's a fake. And Keel tried to gun him at first, but he is able to make it back in time. Great job there from Keel to try and get him on the fake steal, but nothing doing as he is able to make it back in time. So the 1-0 to Antonsen. Sargo fires in, and it is fouled high and back out of play for strike one. So the 1-1 pitch from Margot is inside. It looks like a breaking ball maybe. They got away from him as that tags Antonsen just below the arm, it looked like. So hit by pitch there puts runners on first and second for the Oilers as John Olmsted steps up to the plate, the second baseman. So 2 outs here, and the first real threat from the Oilers here tonight. As that first offering to Olmsted misses outside for ball 1. So Argo looking good so far. Only allowing 1 hit, but looking to struggle with control just a bit here with the leadoff walk, and then now the 2-out hit by pitch. As that one is swung on and missed by Olmsted as the count moves even at 1-1. So with 2 outs here, Argamanes looking to work out of the jam, as has been a strength of the Chinooks pitching staff this year. As Johnson dances around at second, and that pitch misses outside for ball 2. But as I was saying, the Chinooks pitching staff, with some help from some spectacular plays in the field from their defense, been able to work out of a lot of jams this year, as that one is in there for a called strike 2. So 2s across the board with a 2-2 count, 2 outs and 2 runners on here to Olmsted, the second baseman. As Argo steps off to reset. And gets his sign. Comes set. As Johnson dances around at second. And a swing and a miss. It's in the dirt. Joe Keel sets his feet and fires over to Josh Sheck to complete the strikeout and end the inning. A great job from Argamanes there. Breaking ball in the dirt that gets Olmsted swinging, and he works out of the jam and keeps the Oilers scoreless as the Chinooks now lead 2-0 after the third inning here. And we are back here in the top of the fourth inning as Matt Magno steps up to the plate for the Chinooks and dribbles out over the third baseman. He fields it cleanly and fires on to first for the first out of the inning. So one pitch there for Magno, and he grounds out
Number 25, Colby Ferris.
For the first out of the inning. And that'll bring up Colby Ferris, who singled his first time up and then was doubled off by the great play from the shortstop Antonsen, as that one is flown high and well foul down the third base line. As Ferris was stuck in one of those awkward line drive double plays in the second inning, as that second offering to him is in the dirt for ball one. And he fouls that pitch off down the third base line. And it gets over towards the Chinooks bullpen there, as the count moves to 1-2. So 1-2 count to Ferris here. Breaking ball, great job by Ferris there, sitting back on the off-speed pitch, but he drives it foul. But a good job to stay alive there, as the count remains at 1-2. Another off-speed pitch upstairs. Good eye there from Ferris. And a good job to hold on that one. So the 2-2 pitch upstairs again, and that one even higher. So the count moves full, and this is turning into a great at-bat from Ferris after starting off 0-2. As he's battling here, and taps that one down the third base line, foul again. So this will be the 8th pitch of the at-bat here. And it's a good job there by Ferris to spoil a good pitch. And another one high and in, so Ferris works the one-out walk.
Now batting number
Great job there
Josh Scheck.
from Ferris to battle back from down 0-2 and find his way on base. So that'll bring up the big switch hitter from UC Irvine, Josh Scheck, the first baseman tonight for the Chinooks. As Ferris gets his lead on first, as that one is fouled over past Coach Growth down the third base line. So Scheck, 0 for 1 on the day. He hit into that unfortunate double play where Colby Ferris was frozen in between first and second on the line drive and then doubled up at first base, as that one is driven high and deep into left center field, but the left fielder Paddington settles under it to make the play for out number 2. So that'll bring up the catcher Joe Keel, who was hit by pitch in the previous inning and then came around to score the first run of the ball game off of the wild pitch from Yasinich, which Cal Campbell also scored on as the lone 2 runs of the game, as that one was dribbled over the third baseman and just foul for strike number 1. So Ferris takes his lead at first and move over. He's back easily, as he had a small lead there, so just kind of had to fall back over onto the bag as he was easily safe. As he takes off and the pitcher steps off and Colby Ferris gunned out trying to steal second. Not a bad jump there, but Yasinich steps off and throws him out at second. So the one-out walk from Ferris leads to nothing for the Chinooks, as Ferris is thrown out at second. So heading into the bottom of the 4th here, the Chinooks still lead 2-0. And we are back here in the bottom of the fourth as Garrett Pennington, the left fielder for the Oilers, will lead things off. So first pitch from Argo is bit outside for ball one. So Argo looking solid here tonight, very good. Through 3 quick innings, he's only allowed 1 hit and 1 walk and a hit by pitch. So aside from just a few mishaps of control, he's looked very, very good tonight. As that one's in there for called strike 1 as the count moves to 2-1 now. So the 2-1 offering is fouled high and straight back over the press box for strike 2. So the count moves even at 2-2 here to Pennington. The 2-2 pitch is high and looks like another breaking ball that just got away from Argo and drills Pennington in the shoulder there. So a leadoff hit by pitch gets the leadoff runner on first. So that brings up the center fielder now, number 9, Dylan Ditzenberger, with no outs and the runner on first. As Argo fires in, and that one is fouled off straight back. And I'm not sure what the umpire said there. I'm not sure that it was actually a foul ball, but he stopped play as the runner had taken off and then had to go back to first. So count now 0-1 and the runner stays at first base. So the 0-1 pitch grounded straight up the middle. Caught by Mullins. He flips to Campbell and over to first. Just not in time. So a great play there from Mullins and with the flip to Campbell to get the leadoff batter out. But Ditzenberger is able to beat it out and take away the double play. So now with 1 out, a runner on first is now Ditzenberger instead of Pennington as Argo fires over to first base. And Ditzenberger makes it back in safely. So Argo looking to work another ground ball here and maybe get out of this inning. As Ditzenberger takes off, Joe Keel fires down, and that throw just a bit off the mark. Pulled Campbell off the bag just a bit, so Dylan Ditzenberger, is in there with the stolen base. So runner moves over to second base with only 1 out here, as the count is 0-1 to first baseman John Hanley. And a swing and a miss there from Hanley. Great pitch from Argo. Looked like maybe a slider that was on the outside corner as he draws the whiff from Hanley, and the count moves to 0-2. As that one is tapped over. Joe Brazil coming on and fires over to first. Oh, and it gets by Josh Scheck. The throw was a bit low and in the dirt. And as Ditzenberger rounds third there, the coach holds him. So that'll be a 2-base error for John Hanley. As he makes it all the way to second. But great job there from Colby Ferris in right field, hustling in to get the the throw that got by Josh Sheck. As the runners now sit at second and third with only one out. As that first pitch to Grunberg is high and inside. So with one out here to Grunberg, as that one is swung on and missed. So great pitch from Argamanes there to even the count. And you know he would love a strikeout here, as that would eliminate the possibility of a sac fly or something like that. As that breaking ball misses just outside. A good pitch there, but just missed from Argo. Although a walk here to Grunberg wouldn't be the end of the world, because that would create the possibility for double play, as that one is fouled back and out of play as the count moves to 2-2. But a strikeout would be optimal, certainly, and it's certainly possible here as the count moves to 2-2. So with Ditzenberg at third and Hanley at second, the 2-2 pitch is inside there to Grunberg as the count moves full. So a walk here from Argo wouldn't be the end of the world. You just doesn't want to give anything for Grunberg to hit, as that would certainly score a run, possibly even two. And that would tie the ball game. And a big swing and a miss there. A great breaking ball from Argamanes that started in the zone and then dropped out of it, but a big strikeout there to get the second out of the inning. So that's exactly what the doctor ordered for the Chinooks, as there's now 2 outs, and Taylor Johnson, the catcher, steps up to the plate for the Oilers. As Argo and Keel have a little miscommunication, so Johnson calls time and looks to reset here. So the first pitch to Johnson is just a bit upstairs for ball 1. So 2 runners still in scoring position here for the Oilers, as the tying run sits on second base in the bottom of the 4th here, as that pitch misses outside. Again, a walk would not be the end of the world for Argamanes, as that would create a force play at any base, as he certainly doesn't want to give Johnson anything to hit here. But he also wants to make him work for it a little bit. So 2-0 pitch is popped high and foul out of play.
Foul ball brought to you by Magical Gardens CBD Store.
So Argo, like Nelson Schutte, was gone over the weekend. He went back for a friend's wedding and got back Sunday night. So he's dealing with a bit of jet lag, but he's looking good still, as that one's popped right by Argo. Cal Campbell comes in and flips it over to first base, and Argo is able to work out of it. Great job there to induce the soft ground ball, as Argo gets out of the second and third jam with only 1 out and keeps the Oilers off the board. So after 4 here, the Chinooks still lead 2-0. And we are back here in the top of the fifth as Cal Campbell leads off for the Chinooks. As that first pitch is in there for called strike one from Yasinich. As that one is a bit outside. Good take there from Campbell. As that was about as close as you can be to being a strike, but just outside. As that one misses inside and the count moves to 2-1. As that one is tapped over to the third baseman, and he fires over, and a great stretch from the first baseman there. So,
Batting number 15, John Mark Mullins.
excuse me, that was actually Joe Keel. I was confused because he batted in the previous inning, but he never finished his at bat as Colby Ferris was
Batting number 25.
thrown out at second. So that ground out was Joe Keel, and now Cal Campbell steps up to the plate. As the first pitch misses for a ball. And that one is tapped over and bounces off the front of the Chinooks dugout there for strike one. As that pitch misses for ball two. So a good eye there from Campbell. So 2-1, swung on and missed. A big swing there from Campbell. You could tell he certainly wanted that one, but he swings and misses, so the count moves to 2-2. As he swings at the ball in the dirt, and the catcher fires over to first base to complete the strikeout of Cal Campbell. So with two down now, John Mark Mullins steps up to the plate, who is in the scorebook, not registered an at-bat yet today because he's walked twice, as that one is fouled straight back. So even though this is his third plate appearance of the day, in the scorebook he is 0 for 0 with 2 walks. As that one is dribbled over to the shortstop, he fields it cleanly, fires on to first, and a close play there as Mullins was hustling down the line, but just a bit slow, as that is the third out of the inning. So a quick 1-2-3 inning here for the Oilers, as Argamanes will look to keep this momentum for the Chinooks here in the bottom of the fifth. And we are back here in the bottom of the fifth as the designated hitter for the Oilers, Owen Christie, steps up to the plate. As that one is lined over, and a great play from Mullins as he fully extends and snags the looping line drive for the first out of the inning.
Batting third baseman number 14, Cole Moore.
So Argo out for his fifth inning on the mound and working quickly once again, having given up only one hit through 4 1/3 so far tonight. And that brings up Cole Moore for the Oilers, the third baseman, as the first offering is in for called strike one. So the 0-1 swung on and missed. A great, looked like breaking ball there from Argo to get ahead 0-2. So the 0-2 pitch from Argamanes. A bit inside as Moore scoots back just a bit for ball one. So great job from Argamanes in the bottom of the fourth inning, as that one is grounded over and it's going to be a tough play, and it gets by Campbell for a single. So one out single for Cole Moore.
Now batting shortstop number
Gets
24,
things going for the
Antonsen.
Oilers here, as the shortstop now, Trevor Antonsen, steps up to the plate with only one out. So Argamanes with a breaking ball in there for a called strike one. A great pitch there from Argamanes to get ahead on Antonsen. And with only one out here and a runner on first, Argamanes would love to get a little ground ball here and try and get a double play. As that one is swung on and missed yet again. Another great breaking ball from Argamanes there, as he is way ahead of Antonsen here, 0-2. As Moore gets his lead at first. And the 0-2 pitch from Argo is outside for ball one. So not a bad pitch there from Argo. Trying to get Antonsen to reach a bit. But it's a good eye from Antonsen as the count moves to 1-2. So the 2-2 pitch. And that runs in on Trevor Antonsen, and he is hit by a pitch for the second time in a row. As runners will now be on first and second with only one out in the bottom of the fifth here. So Argamanes once again having to try and work out of a jam here, which he was able to do successfully in the bottom of the last inning. As that pitch is upstairs for ball one. So the previous inning, with runners on second and third, he was able to work a strikeout and then get a little ground ball to get out of the inning. So we'll see if he can do something similar here. And a great pitch there. It looked like a fastball on the outside corner for called strike one, as he evens the count at 1-1 here. So with 1 ball and 1 strike, Argamanes comes set and fires, and that one is tapped over by the Chinooks dugout for strike 2. As Joe Keel goes out to talk with Argo, maybe discussing the signs with runner on second there. They usually try and mix up the signs just so that the runner on second is not able to share with the batter anything that's going on there. So the 1-2 count as Argamanes gets his pitch. And fires the 1-2 pitch. A good breaking ball there. Just missed the outside corner of the plate, and a good eye from Olmsted as he takes for ball 2. So the 2-2 count here with only 1 out from Argamanes as he fires, and that one's driven down the third base line, and it is fair. Gets by Joe Brazil as they wave 1 run in, and Keller bobbles it, and they're waving in a second. Play's going to be close, and it is off the mark as they throw down to third. So Olmsted in with a double, and the throw off the mark from Joe Brazil, so that'll bring in 2 runs as John Olmsted is able to advance to third, and the game is now tied. So great effort there from Brazil on the diving ball, or on the ground ball, as he dives over to his right. As they appeal over to third, saying one of the runners missed third base as he was coming in to score, but the umpire says no, he tagged the base, so he's safe, and the run will count. So the score now tied 2-2. As Pennington steps up to the plate, and the first pitch to him is in there for called strike 1. So the 0-1 from Argo. Great breaking ball there as Pennington swings and misses, and the count moves to 0-2. So the infield in here with the go-ahead run, sitting on third base with only 1 out here. As Argo fires in a breaking ball deep into left center field. It's back, and one hops the wall in straightaway center, and that'll bring in 1 run as Pennington is in with a stand-up double. As that was a towering fly ball that got over the head of Bats, and one hop the ball in straightaway center field. So that'll move the score to 3-2, and the Oilers, for the first time tonight, have a lead. As Argo, after looking very good all night and only allowing 1 hit through the first 4 innings, has now given up 3 hits and a hit by pitch, including back-to-back doubles here from John Olmsted and Garrett Pennington, and the Oilers have jumped on top here as they lead 3-2. So Argo looking to bounce back a little bit and try and get out of this inning and limit the damage without giving up any more runs here. as that one is fouled down the first base line and well foul. As the crowd, which started off kind of sparse, has grown a little bit here. Still not a huge crowd in Coral Seymour Memorial Stadium tonight, but that 0-1 is fouled straight back again.
Foul ball brought to you by Kenai.
So the count moves to 0-2 on Ditzenberger. So great job from Argamanes to get ahead on batters, but he's just not been able to put them away. He's had either 1-2 or 0-2 counts on the previous 4 batters, but not able to put them away as that pitch misses outside for ball 1. So the 1-2 pitch from Argamanes is dribbled over to shortstop. Mullins makes the snag, fires over to first, and it gets by Sheck again. In the dirt. Off of the low throw from Mullins there. You could tell he kind of rushed it because he snagged it a little off balance. And so the throw comes in low and Sheck not able to snag it. And that'll be a 2-base error for Dylan Ditzenberger. So the first pitch to Hanley now is swung on and missed. So the 0-1 pitch here, as Ditzenberger dances around at second, is high. As the count moves even at 1-1, so still only one out here as the Whalers have expanded this lead to 4-2 now in the bottom of the 5th here. So Argamanes is struggling a bit as he steps off to look the runner back at second. So the 1-1 pitch from Argo. Swung on and missed. So a great pitch from Argo. Yet again getting ahead. As this is now the 6th batter in a row that he's either had a 1-2 or 0-2 count on. But just not able to put him away. This 1-2 pitch outside and good pitch there. As you can tell, Hanley wanted it, but good job to hold from him as the count moves even at 2-2. So the 2-2 from Argo as Ditzenberger steals third. And the throw down, he beat it just barely. You could tell Joe Brazil at third didn't agree with that call, but a great jump from Ditzenberger as he's able to swipe third. So another run just 90 feet away as the Chinooks infield plays in now. The 3-2 pitch. As that one misses upstairs. As Hanley draws a walk. So now runners on the corners with only one out.
Right fielder number 19, Ben Grunberg.
So the corners now playing in for the Chinooks as the middle of the infield moves into double play depth. with one out here and runners on the corners for Ben Grunberg, the right fielder. So the first pitch to him is outside for ball one. So the 1-0 pitch from Argo is they check and say he didn't go, so ball two on a breaking ball that was in the dirt. So Argo looked good early, but definitely struggling here, and you have to wonder how much fatigue has set in, as he's done quite a bit of traveling recently, as that pitch misses upstairs. He went back home for a wedding over the weekend and came back, and then yesterday we were traveling most of the morning down here to Kenai. And so you have to wonder how much fatigue is setting in here, as he hasn't pitched a whole lot over the past couple of weeks. As that pitch is in there for called strike one, as the count moves to 3-1 on Ben Grunberg here. So the 3-1 pitch is just outside, so bases loaded here off of back-to-back walks, and it looks like that is going to be the day for Brendan Argamanez, as pitching coach Troy Hervey comes out and signals to the bullpen that it's time for a reliever here. So that brings in Honest Kindrike out of the pen for the Chinooks. He's really become the go-to guy for the Chinooks to get out of jams like this and eat up some innings in the middle of ball games here. And I believe this will make his 13th appearance on the year.
Now batting for the Oilers, catcher number 10, Taylor Johnson.
As he gets one game closer to reaching his goal of breaking the Chinooks record for appearances in a year, which stands at 19 now. So he gets closer to that tonight. As that pitch is fouled off. So with only one out here, the bases are loaded, as Taylor Johnson, the catcher, steps up to the plate for the Oilers. So if you're Honus Kindrike, you would love a ground ball here and get out of this inning, as that's in for called strike two. So the 0-2 pitch as the runners take their leads. Swung on and driven into left field. It one hops to Hayden Keller as that will bring in 2 runs. And the runner is forced to stay at second, so a big one-out single from Taylor Johnson brings in 2 runs for the Oilers here. So that brings up the designated hitter, Owen Christie. As that one is lined softly over to left field and it gets by Mullins, so a single there for Christie. As the Oilers' bats just can't be stopped now. They have caught fire this inning as that makes their 5th hit of the inning. As they extend the lead to 6-0 here, 6-2, excuse me, with still only 1 out in the bottom of the 5th here. So they've batted around here as Christie, who just had that single, made the first out of the inning. As now Cole Moore steps up to the plate and takes a first pitch for a strike. So the 0-1 from Kindrike is just outside for ball 1. Not a bad miss there from Kindrike. So Honus looking to get out of this without allowing any more runs and keeping it within striking distance for his offense. So that one's grounded over to Mullins, and he falls and fires it to second and gets by Campbell. And that will bring in 2 more runs.
Now batting shortstop number 24, Trevor Antonsen.
And that was a tough play there from Mullins, who's usually one of the most sure-handed players on the field, but with that natural field and the lip of the outfield grass, he just stumbled a little bit on the throw and threw it over Campbell at second. So that allows 2 runners to come around, and so runners on second and third here with only 1 out, as that breaking ball is downstairs for ball 1. So 1-1 here, as the Oilers have extended their lead to 8-2 now, as the wheels have just fallen off for the Chinooks here. As that one's tapped over to first, as Scheck throws it to home, and probably an ill-advised throw there, as the run was probably going to score. But the runner comes in to score, and the runner is safe at first. So
Second baseman number 7, Johnny Olmstead.
So runners on the corners here now with only 1 out, as Joe Keel comes out and gives the signal. So John Olmsted, the second baseman now, steps up to the plate. As that first pitch to him is low. So the 1-0 is outside for ball 2. So as Murphy's Law states,